9:40 at night, the assignment is still sitting there, not a word on the page. You've asked once, you've asked twice. The third time, your voice changes and you both hear it. Your teen is on the bed with the phone up, acting like you're the problem. And a word shows up in your chest before you can stop it. Lazy. Maybe you say it out loud, maybe you just think it. Either way, it lands somewhere in that room. Now let me show you what you might not be saying. Because after more than 25 years inside schools, I've learned one thing about that word. Lazy is usually where the adult stops looking. It's the easy answer, and it's almost always on top of a harder one. There's a boy I still think about who taught me that. His name was not Daniel, but that's what we'll call him. It was early in the year, 3 weeks in, maybe 4. Daniel was the kind of kid that you didn't have to worry about. Quiet, polite, sat towards the back, turned his work in, never made a sound. The kind of kid who worked hard at being easy to miss. Then his English teacher handed out an assignment, a common one. You've probably seen a version come home in your kid's backpack. Write about something that you've overcome. For most kids, just another paper to get through. But for Daniel, it was a door that he wasn't ready to open because he had overcome things, real things, the kind that you don't want to hand to a teacher that you've only known for 3 weeks. So he sat there with a blank page and he did the math in his head. If I write the truth, she reads the most private thing about me. If I make something up, she might see right through it. If I do nothing, I get a 0 and everybody just figures that I don't feel like it. So he chose the 0. He didn't ask for a different topic. He didn't explain himself. He didn't say one word. He let it go to a 0. And he let his teacher believe that he was the kind of kid who just didn't want to be bothered. That's the part that stays with me. His teacher saw a missing assignment. I saw a boy protecting himself the only way that he knew how. That's the whole difference in what we see. The teacher sees a grade, the parent sees an attitude. I get to see the reason, and the reason is almost never the one written on the report card. In 25 years, I've met this boy so many times. Kids who would rather wear the word lazy than let an adult in 1 inch too soon. They'll take the 0. They'll take the lecture. They'll let you believe the worst of them, because being misunderstood feels safer than being seen. Now, Daniel is one kind of stuck. Your teen might be a completely different kind. One kid can't start because the assignment feels too personal. Another has no idea where to even begin. A third is so buried that they can't see the top of the pile. Some are so scared that it will not be good enough that they never start at all. And a few just can't flip the switch from meaning to do it to actually getting it done. Same blank page, same nothing getting done, same look on their face, 5 different reasons underneath. That's the thing I want most of you to walk away with tonight. The behavior on the outside is the surface. And if you only react to what you see, you could end up working on the wrong problem entirely. And here's what almost no parent gets told. Starting is not one thing. It's a whole stack of things happening fast. To begin one boring assignment, your teen has to hold the goal in their head. They have to ignore their phone and the game and everything else that feels better right now, figure out the actual first step, and then move before they feel like doing the work. That's a lot of machinery, and in a teenager, that machinery is still being built. It keeps developing right into their 20s. So when your smart, capable, college-bound kid stares at a page and freezes, you're not always watching a choice. Sometimes you're watching a skill that is not finished growing in yet. So before I give you what to do, let me give you what to stop. Stop doing their planning for them. When you're tracking every assignment, every due date, every test, you're not helping them the way that you think you are. You've become their frontal lobe, and if you do the planning every time, they get fewer and fewer chances to build that muscle themselves. Stop letting homework eat the whole relationship. If every conversation you have is a status check, they stop telling you anything at all. And ease off the pressure. Pressure can get tonight's assignment done. I know that it can, but if you're always the one supplying it, they'll never learn how to start without you. Here's the shift. Instead of, did you do your homework? Try 4 words. What's your plan? And it's not only the words, it's how you ask. Not as a trap, not with your arms crossed in the doorway. Ask in the car. Slip it in while you're making dinner. Not sitting them down like it's a meeting. Say it like you actually believe that they can answer it. So what's your plan for the essay this weekend? And if they say, I don't know, don't rush in and solve it for them. Get curious instead. Ask them one simple thing. What's the hardest part about it? That's the whole question. Then let it sit. And if they still can't name it, then offer them a way in. Is it figuring out how to start? Is it not knowing what you're supposed to do? Is it something about the assignment that you really don't want to deal with? Because those are all three very different problems, and their answer tells you which kid you're actually helping. Then, whatever it is, shrink the first step. Don't ask for the whole essay. Ask for 10 minutes. Set a timer, 10 minutes of work, and then they're free to stop or go smaller. Open the laptop and write one bad sentence on purpose. Starting often lowers the resistance just enough that the rest begins to feel possible. And this isn't just a hopeful idea. When people make a specific plan for when and where and how they're going to begin, they're far more likely to follow through. Researchers have seen that pattern again and again. Then pick one system, one, not 10. A 10-minute look at the week on a Sunday night, or a spot by the door where the backpack gets packed before bed. One new system is enough. Give it time to become automatic before you add another. And when you try it, notice the trying, not the grade. You started before you felt like it. That's the hardest part, and you did it. That one sentence will do more than every lecture you've ever given, combined. So let me tell you what happened with Daniel. Once I understood it was not about the work, I asked him if we could go talk to his teacher together. He said yes, nervous, but yes. We set up a time, and I coached him beforehand on what to say. When the words got stuck in the room, I stepped in. Then I handed it right back to him, because here's what his teacher never knew. He had no idea that the assignment felt like standing in front of the whole class with nothing to hide behind. Not because they don't care, they just can't see it from where they stand. Once she understood, everything softened. She gave him another way in, and Daniel walked out with something bigger than one grade. He learned that he could walk into a hard conversation and come out the other side still standing. That's the whole job. Not doing it for them, it's teaching them to do the hard thing themselves, one conversation at a time. And so by the time that they leave your house, they can handle it without you in the room. So the next time it's 9:40 and nothing has started, before you reach for the word lazy, look one layer deeper. Ask yourself, what is making starting so hard tonight? Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe they're scared it will not be good enough. Maybe they're like Daniel and there's something that they're not ready to say out loud. They may not need more pressure from you. They may just need help getting unstuck. And stuck is something that you can help with, quietly, starting tonight. Daniel learned it one conversation at a time. And it's really the whole work of high school, slowly handing the hard things over until your team can carry them alone. If you want help knowing when to step in and when to step back, I made you a free guide. It's called the High School Roadmap Every Parent Needs to Succeed. It lays out that shift year by year, freshman through senior, so you always know what your teen actually needs when you're at each stage. The link is right below the video and it's pinned in the comments. And if this hit home, watch the next one. I made a whole video on the one weekly habit that turns can't start into does it on their own. And it works for any kid who can't seem to get going. It's on your screen right now. I'll see you there from inside the high school walls.